Hi, this is Sheldon here from the Currency Advisory Desk with today's report. Well, looking at the major factors that have been moving the currency market, firstly, we had India's HSBC Service PMI, which came in at 47.9 for July versus an expectation of 51.7, which was in fact the previous month's data. Now, this figure, the 47.9 figure, indicates contraction, as we know that any number which comes in below 50 is a contracting number. And this doesn't show very positively for the Indian economy as such. Now, we also had the monsoon parliament session, which began on a very sour note yesterday. In fact, both the houses were adjourned. Now, why this is important is primarily because of the reforms that are supposed to be introduced in the monsoon session. However, if this doesn't work out, we'll see further structural issues for the Indian economy. Moving on to a global perspective, we had a very marginal increase in the European services PMI number, and it came in at 49.8 versus a 49.6 expectation. However, if we look at UK and US, there was a huge jump in the services PMI number there. UK's number surprised everyone and came in at 60.2 versus a 57.4 estimate, and US came in at around 56 versus 53.2. Now, why this figure is important for us is basically if the service sector is increasing in the United States, the IT component of the service sector forms a very huge part. So if IT services are increasing, we'll see probably more work being offshored to India, which is beneficial for us, especially with the current account deficit that is growing. If the more work that we get, the more that we can export is beneficial for India. So this holds primarily importance to the rupee strengthening. Now, looking at the dollar index is at 81.87. It is down marginally by a negative 0.06%. Now, we are looking at FDIs are withdrawing a lot of money from emerging market equities, and they are transferring the funds to developed markets, which is showing a higher growth and higher earnings trajectory. In fact, even if we look at the earnings for this particular season, they are not very impressive in the domestic markets. So the FIIs, they are withdrawing the money and putting it there. In fact, if I look at it from a FII perspective, see the BSE Dolex, which is the cousin of the BSE sensitive index, it's trading at around 2,588 levels versus the Sensex, which is trading at around 19,000 levels. Now, why this is important is primarily if I'm an FI and I'm looking to invest in India, my dollar returns are not at all impressive. In fact, they are very, very low as compared to, I would probably be suffering losses as compared to if I'm a domestic investor investing in the Indian equity market. So even though we are seeing the Sensex move up a bit, but it's not actually benefiting the foreign institutional investors. This can have more pressure on the Indian rupee versus the US dollar. Let's look at the technical levels for today. Well, the dollar rupee closed at 61.2850. We are bullish on this pair and we advise a buy. The important levels to note are 61.03, which is the strong support, and a resistance at 61.60. For the euro rupee, there's a very strong support at 80.99 and a resistance at 81.52. For the pound, there's a very strong support at 93.47 and a resistance at 94.79. And for the yen, there's a very strong support at 61.89 and a resistance at 62.68. As you can see, we are bullish on all these pairs because we expect the Indian rupee to weaken further, and hence we either advise you to buy in the dollar and the pound, or you could probably hold long if you are holding the euro and the yen. Let's wrap up with what's going to happen today, what's going to move the markets. Well, firstly, we have the Halifax House Price Index of the United Kingdom. After that, we have the very crucial manufacturing and industrial production numbers for the UK. Now, this will hold a lot of weightage because as the services PMI has come in positive, if this also moves higher, we can see the pound moving stronger to probably 1.55 to 1.56 levels. And moving to the Eurozone, well, we have the Italian preliminary GDP and also the German factory orders. So this could probably move the euro pair a little bit. Lastly, we have the US trade balance figure. However, this figure would be released post our markets closure, so it would probably impact the markets tomorrow, on tomorrow's opening, that is. Well, that's it from the Currency Advisory Desk. Thank you.